Oh my goodness gracious. My little clits. Oh wait, let me not. I was about to say my little cactus. My little cactus is my favorite plant. So, how is everyone? How is everyone's evening, week, day, month, year going so far? Cause mine is kind of going stale. It's going kind of stale, but a cute kind of stale. Like calm, collected type of stale. I don't know. Like I kind of knew my year was going stale when my birthday rolled around. Like I did nothing, and that's my fault. I don't want to blame no one else. That's me. That's my bad. March 18th, birthday March 18th. March 18th. But yeah, I did nothing. I had money to go like out and do something like in the downtown of this ghetto town that I have. There's like this, I guess, an alive area of this town. I could have just gone there and spent some clothes, like spent some money, spent some clothes, spent some money there. But I didn't. I just decided to chill. But um, it's. I also realized that it was stale. I don't know where I was going with that, but I also realized that it was stale because where was I going with that? But yeah, I could have done something, but I didn't. So I'm kind of making this year a little stale, which I don't want it to. That it's gonna end right now. That's stale. Me making it stale, stale, stale. I'm saying stale a lot, but me making it that word, is gonna end today, tonight, to forever. Thank you. But also, I wanted to talk about because when it was my birthday is like a week apart of my old ex friend's birthday. Like it's theirs is first and mine's is like the week after. And I was debating whether or not to say happy birthday to them because, ever since I quit my job, I lost contact. Well, I tried to keep contact with them. I was just like keeping it cute, keeping it classy, and texting them. But they just, the conversations just went, they shrunk and shrunk and shrunk until it became nothing. And I get that, but if you could see like I'm putting in effort every day to kind of talk to you and you're like making it shorter, shorter, shorter the conversation, it kind of just gives like, oh, we're done here. Like it's over. Like you're not in my life no more. It's like it's done. So that kind of just gave me a weird feeling, and it made me think like, should I say happy birthday to this person? Because I feel like in their mind they think we're still friends because um during this whole ghosting in January or February we went out somewhere like randomly. They called me and said, let's go out somewhere." So they probably think we're like this still, or they thought because their birthday already passed, so they probably don't think that anymore. But they probably thought that like I did them wrong or something. They don't even think anything at all. But it was just kind of like it's not even a petty thing like, oh, you guys are not talking to me no more, so I'm not gonna. It's just kind of like we clearly split ways because y'all wanted us to split ways, darling Boo X. Darling Boo X, you wanted us to split ways, so you're not getting a happy birthday this year. Like, it's not even like, hmm, you're not getting a happy birthday this year. No, it's like, we don't know each other anymore because that's how you made the situation. So, no beef, no hate, just love. Just love. But talking about beef and hate, I want to discuss the Scarlet album. Doja Cat Scarlet album, because why did people hate that album? Why? Is it because she buzzed her head and started started having tattoos of goats? Is that the reason why we hated that album and why we were calling her satanic? Because remember Billie Eilish when she did her When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Did Billie Eilish get can we open that up? I really want an answer. Did Billie Eilish get the same hate that Doja Cat got when she released When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I really, really want to discuss that. I want to open that up because if Billie Eilish did not get any hate, because from what I remember, When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? It was a big album. Like, wasn't it huge? It was huge. It was known everywhere. It was known, known, known. No hate at all. Scarlet though, she got hits. She got hits from the thing, but it was massively hated. And I think it's her, for out of all of her albums, this is the least sold. So I don't know if the numbers have changed because I kind of feel like the public's perspective on that album changed over time. So maybe it's better, but from the beginning everybody was dogging on it. So I just want to figure out. I realized that I was watching my last episode. I just say things and then ask questions like, "Did that happen? Did that?" One day I'm just gonna come here and say there was a bombing in my town, but I don't know if it happened or not. So can y'all let me know if it happened? Like I'm gonna be, I just don't be knowing and I just be saying. But I want to know. I'm asking the question. Was Billie hated when she released that album? Because from what I recall, I was young, so I think I forgot, but I think it was middle school or something. Yeah, I think it was middle school. So I was like tapped into something else. So maybe she got hated on, but Baby Doll, Baby Doll X, Baby Doll, Baby Doll, Baby Doll. Can we Malaysia Baby Doll Fox dressing up as a baby? Girl, what happened? Where did it go wrong, Malaysia? Because I mean, maybe that's not where it went. Maybe that's like the peak of the career, you know? Maybe there's an appeal to it. There's crazy people on the internet. So shout out to Malaysia, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll. Hello. She literally has been hinting at us the whole time that it was baby doll, that she was tapping into the baby doll fantasy. Baby doll, baby doll, baby doll. Uh. How did I get from Doja Cat to? Okay, you know what? I'm. Let me actually give a proper transition, like from Doja Cat to another topic. This is a perfect segue. I want to get circumcised. And I was thinking about getting circumcised because, yes, 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 what they say is true about the smell, but it's also called taking a shower daily. It's called, so I don't know what dudes y'all be screwing around with, but I promise in this department, it's clean. So that's why I was just kind of like, I want to get circumcised, but at the same time, like, I don't because I take a shower properly. But the thing is, that this is also TMI. But anyways, we're in the halfway point of this topic. When I take a shower and then I go pee, it I can't anymore. Like it's just like it's there, the scent, and I'm like, I just took a shower and I feel dirty all the time. I feel dirty all the time, and I hold in the pee. I hold in the pee to feel fresh still, to have that after shower feeling still. But I have to go. I just have to go pee, and nothing is gonna stop my bladder from releasing urine from the shaft. And I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But yeah, so I'm thinking about it. At the same time, I'm not because it's just like all that's gonna do is just prevent a step in the shower. Like I'm just gonna skip a step. There you go. And yeah, it's kind of like, and also Shameless, the show Shameless. A character in there got circumcised, and it scared me ever since. They said you can't get boners, or if you get a boner, your stitch, it's gonna rip. It's gonna pop, 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 and yeah, that I don't want that because okay, let's also wake this up. So I want to wake up that not all boners are sexual. So that's why it's another reason why I don't want to get it because even as a guy, okay, let's wake it up. All guy, every day you get a boner. It doesn't matter. We're adults. We're adults. We You wake up and boom, it's there. And yeah, what are you gonna do then? You're just gonna stitch it back up? You're just gonna okay. It the stitch took out again. I got morning wood. I'm a. But also, back to the topic. Not all boners are sexual. They're not because speaking from personal, if I get so happy, I could be like seeing. I could be seeing my teacher, my English teacher, for the first time in a while, and let's just say they were my favorite English teacher, and I'm so happy, and they inspired me to do great things and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm finally seeing them, and pop, because I'm just so excited. It's not like I want to like do something. It's just like the excitement. It's just excitement. And also another, this is a real one, a real story about like boners not getting sexual, not being arisen when you're horned up. I cannot speak English. This is a real story. When I used to pick up my dog, but it wasn't, I got just so excited. I loved him. He was like, I just hugged him and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love you. And then I put him down, walked away, sat down. I'm like, what the hell? And it was just because the love I had in my heart just made me so happy. It made me so joyous. I was just like, oh my gosh, I love my little dog and my little teddy bear. Oh my goodness. Why do I have a boner? What the heck? What the heck? So, make fun of me. Whatever. I do not care. I stand my ground. Boners are not always sexual. You get them when you're happy, excited, maybe sad, but that one might be sexual. I feel like if you get a boner when you're sad, you probably have a humiliation kink. Um, so you need to get that checked out. But I know I'm good mentally. Um, I just realized that this is my version of Shane Dawson. Cause Shane Dawson made a joke about his cat, and everyone is calling him a cat fucker. Everyone is calling, and this is not a joke either. This, oh shoot, I probably just dug my own grave. So you get the gist though. You get the gist. Whatever, whatever. It's just like it is what it is, and until all the dudes start realizing and stop making fun of me, you're gonna realize when you hug your mama and you love her so much, and it's not anything sexual. It's just pure love, and you just love her. It's just gonna happen, and it's just gonna be like, what the hell? So yeah, boom, point blank, and the period and that's it. But anyways, another perfect segue is the shows that I'm watching, and this is spoilers for Invincible, Yellowjackets, and Drag Race. So if you watched Invincible the finale, if you haven't watched Invincible the finale, if you haven't watched Drag Race, and if you haven't watched Yellowjackets, then you know what to do. Eat my. Um, but first, I want to talk about Invincible. How it kind of is playing in my face because I feel like a sidekick every time Mark is fighting one of his opponents. Every single time Mark is about to square up, I feel like I already know what's going to happen in the fight. I already know. Because every fight scene is predictable in that show. It is. Also, to cut myself off, I love Invincible. Season 3 was the best season. Though every season, 1, 2, 3, everything is good. I love it and I can't wait for season 4. There. My only issue is the fight scenes feel the same. They feel the same. The only difference is the enemy Mark is fighting and the background. That's it. And yeah, it just kind of, I'm sick of it. But it's not that big of a deal. I just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna be on my phone when a fight scene happens. I'm gonna just hop in my phone. Like, okay, Mark's gonna get beat up really badly. And then, anyways, but talking about Invincible, they nerfed Adam Eve. Adam Eve was nerfed because in her special, in the special that she had, the episode, she fought three people. One her, one against three. She fought them and whooped. So how does a leg grab, a break, and a boom to the ground make her unconscious? But Oliver, the little ass boy from Planet Who Knows What, could get a whole punch in his face and not get knocked out, and he could also be like stretched like a, you know, and not nothing happens. I'm confused. And it's not even the show, that's the comic. So the author of the comic, what is the word? I'm so confused. I am confused. Why did they nerf Adam Eve? She got her big moment because when the whole final fight was happening, she like, like randomly, and she cleared that old guy, the Vilgemite. She cleared him with the simple overpowered move. So shout out to her for having her big moment. And also, is she gonna be fat next season? In season 3, is she gonna be fat? Because I'm seeing a lot of like Instagram, and I know Instagram like is a scary place, and maybe it's just a bunch of straight dudes just talking about a woman's body again. Maybe it could just be that. But I'm curious because I'm seeing it everywhere that Eve is gonna be fat. And shout out to her. Shout out to her. There's nothing wrong with the bigger girl. There's nothing wrong with the bigger boy. Bigger they. We're good. We're good on the department. But I just want to know if she's gonna be a plus size. So Drag Race now. I am reshooting this episode. I like filmed this like 2 weeks ago, but I still want to talk about the topic that I talked about Drag Race 2 weeks ago. It was when Arrietty put in the mirror message to tell Onya to brush her teeth. Girl, Arrietty, like I didn't really care about the jokes at all. Like when she stole the jokes because it was good television. You leaving your last impression on the show to be mean kind of puts in perspective, stuff. I have a brain and I understand that it's a relationship, it's a friendship that those season 17 girls have, as we could clearly see from the Roscoe's viewing party. Arrietty and Onya are chill. They're like fine. They don't have beef anymore. They literally sat next to each other, and that was before the whole episode of her telling her to brush her teeth. Like her doing that was kind of like, but obviously it doesn't matter now because it's a year old, and Onya clearly doesn't care anymore. So I don't know why people are tapping in so hard. And also when she stole the jokes, when Arrietty stole the jokes, people were jumping on her. And I asked the fans of Drag Race, who are you fighting for? Who exactly are you fighting for? Because Jules told y'all to stop. Jules said, okay, enough is enough. Who is the fight for? You guys are defending someone who doesn't even want to be defended. Like, please. And I'm telling you to get employed, and I'm telling you to get a hobby. That's when it's scary. That is me, when you enter my department and I'm telling you to get a hobby, to get busy, that's when we start getting a little bit fearful of what we do in our free times. That's when we say, maybe I should change something in this life because it's not going. I wake up and I'm just mad. Why is that, Drag Race fan? Why is that? Anyways, Yellowjackets. Yeah. No, actually, we're not done. We're not done. We're not done because they just eliminated Susie too. Girl. Okay, we're done. We're done. Anyways, Yellowjackets. The season finale. Oh my gosh. I just watched it today, and I think it was this. Is it the season finale? I don't even know. I have to check the Instagram, but I don't think so. Maybe it's not. But the most recent episode was 9. As of recording this, it's 9. This is the most recent episode. As of recording this is episode 9, and a Van, she got stabbed. She got. They got the gal. I don't know how to. Damn. But I don't really blame like girl. It was just crazy when that happened. And also, Shawna is pissing me off. Like, I literally have to get my stress ball every time I see her on the screen. I'm just like, girl, you're doing, like, please, enough. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're an oppressor all of a sudden. Like, why have you just become an oppressor and a manipulator and, uh, you just kind of, you were written by a man. Ugh. You know? Her, I mean, from the jump, I think Shauna was supposed to be like a, I don't know, type of character because when she jumped on the D of her best friend's dick, it was just like, oh, okay, you're kind of weird, Shauna, right? You're kind of weird. But it took 3 seasons for me to realize that. it took like her screaming and pointing guns at people to for me to finally like, oh, okay, there's something wrong with this gal pal. There's something really seriously wrong with my gal pal. So we need to get her to some therapy or something. But yeah, she's issued, she's troubled, she's scary, and I'm fearful for myself. I'm fearful for myself. But anyways, enough of show talk. Um, enough of show talk. I've been going on walks. I've been taking care of myself. Taking care. Yeah, I've been like mentally taking care of myself. I want to be better because damn, girl. Damn. I also want to stop caring what people like. Because all my life, I just been dictated by what the people say. And I'm just done. I'm done from the jump, from the jump. And there's people online that want to tear me down. Like this one girl, like the first thing they'll come for is my weight. This one dude talked about my weight. And I just rebutted and said, like, oh yeah, your mom's pussy is a high calorie meal. I'm sorry about it. Like, I just ate too much of it. I just ate too much of it. So that's why I'm a little plus sized. And and then the guy responded like, "Oh yeah, you did eat too much of it. So I ate your mom out." Basically, is what you're trying to say. Like, it's basically what you're trying to say. I ate your mom out. Oh, okay. Oh, I got it. I got it. On these walks, I've been recording sort of like a bite on the go. I want to name it something. I want to name it like related to this because it kind of gives like a mini podcast, but just like a singular topic, which was that was supposed to be bite. It was supposed to be bite. I was supposed to talk about one thing and carry it out through like the episode and just make it like a random length. But now I'm gonna put that into bite on the go. So I talked about my stalker when I had a stalker on that, and I talked about why dudes don't be cleaning down there when they're about to hook up with someone, and I also talked about a guy looking at me and like staring at me for a long period of time, and it creeps me out. So it stars on clips. I think it's gonna be on the third one. Yeah, it's gonna be on the third installment on Stars on Clips. So that's gonna be cute. That's gonna be fun. I want to talk about how cheating takes skill, and not cheating like in relationships or whatever, but like cheating in a test or just cheating in life in general. It really does take skill, but I want to narrow it down to like school wise because my 12th grade year, that's all I did. There's this application called Brainly, and let's just say Brainly helped me get my diploma. It helped me get my diploma. But in my defense, I the odds were stacked against me. My whole high school was bad. Ninth grade, I didn't try. And in the second semester of ninth grade, COVID happened. Then, during my COVID classes, I did not try. I didn't even go to them. And then, after that, I was in Washington and I did online school, independent studies, and I did not do any of that. So, in 12th grade, I had to catch all up. I had to catch all up. And I had my real life classes and I had my online classes. So, guess what I did? Guess what I did? As the if you the odds were stacked against you, you would do the same. I needed that diploma. I needed it. And my counselor, even she didn't like, not in like a rude way that she didn't believe in me, but like it was just, girl, I had like, I think around above 20 online classes that I had to do on top of my real life classes. So it was just like, oh, you're kind of screwed. So bye. You're kind of screwed. They just kind of gave me a laptop and said like, good luck. And my counselor said like, you should talk to the kids that finished their online course, like online class, because there was like, how do I say this? I had like individual topics. So for example, I would have algebra, biology, and boom, and English. I had to complete those all the way up to like 100. And then I'll get my new batch of classes. That's basically what she was saying. She was like, talk to the kids that finish the class like in a week. Like, I don't know how they do it, but you should talk to them. Girl, you knew how they do it. You knew how they do it. Like, there is no way they're passing a whole. They took forever. When I was first handed the laptop, it took me like about a month to finish a whole class. It took me about a whole month, and yeah. So imagine that. How many months are even in a semester? I don't even know. But Imagine that. Imagine if I actually was doing it legitimately. I would not have graduated. I would not have graduated. So, boom, I got my phone. I decided to be smart. I decided we're gonna grind and we're gonna cheat. And it took skill and it took knowledge to cheat because Brainly did not give me all the answers. It did not give me all the answers. It will give me sometimes the wrong answer and I will literally get the question wrong and my grade will go down. So it took skill and it took careful maneuvering to figure out, okay, is this the correct answer? Is this the correct website? Who am I asking to get this answer? Who am I stealing from to get this answer? And all of this, all of those gears were shifting in my head. And I'm like, huh, okay. And guess what? I got my diploma, I graduated, and we're cute. And now, here we are. Yeah, wow. Wow. But at least like every time I finished a class, my counselor gave me a wing stop, 5 free wings. I got 5 free wings every time I finished a class. It was so good. It was such a treat. And yeah, so shout out to her and shout out to all of the teachers there, honestly, because they believed in me in a different type of way where I never like had that type of. It was my old teachers, they barely even peeped at me. They barely even associated anything with their students. It was just like, I'm here to teach you and that's it. But when I moved to this new school, it was like the teachers were human. The teachers weren't dictators. I'm like, wow, I could talk to you. Oh my goodness. And they believed in me in a crazy amount. And my art teacher, when I left, he gave me a hug. And did I talk about this before? I feel like I'm getting deja vu. But if I did, well, here we are. Here we are. But yeah, that was the bite episode. We kept it classy, we kept it cute, we kept it cordial. Remember to be you, to be true. Thank you.